So this video is about if AI is going to wipe out my investments. So how I'm thinking about my investments, specifically, I'm going to get to KPG, which is an accounting business in Australia. Many of my thoughts are changing around long-term investing, how I'm thinking about AI. And I think this is a good thing. I'm definitely squashing some beliefs that I used to have. Now, obviously, predicting the future is impossible, but I do think that manual tasks are fine for now. Things that involve fine motor skills, plumbing, electrical work, handyman work, anything that you need fine motor skills to do the work, I think that's pretty safe for quite a while. Not forever though. I do imagine a world where there's crazy little robots that are running around buildings and all the human infrastructure that we have and making little repairs and fixing things and keeping things perfectly maintained. And yeah, I can imagine that happening. I think that's a fair way away. So I feel okay with the manual labor-y kind of tasks. So farming, I grew up on a farm, so I think that's also fine for now. Just because I think even though machinery and AI is going to help dramatically in the farming world, I think there's going to be a need for repairing, organizing, servicing, security, also those fine motor skills. A farmer is a handyman as well. So I think farming is going to see a bit of a boom probably for a while, why AI makes big margin improvements. And yeah, so I think that's okay. Again, for the short to medium term, in 20 years time, it's anyone's bet. So I'm not gonna take that bet right now. Some areas that I think are in trouble: interior designers, graphic designers, website related businesses. I think that's looking a bit bleak. Things that I think are probably most likely in my head to get past 20 years and beyond. That's a big call, I know, but this is my gut feel. Children's experiences. I think we're going to want our children to have social experiences, dance classes, go to soccer, go to whatever they're into, and get involved physically in space. I think that's going to be important for our children's development, and we're going to want that from our children. So I think that's still going to be a thing. Yeah, they can dance around at home in VR, but you're going to want them to be socializing with other children to build up their EQ, because I think emotional intelligence is going to be really important as AI evolves and as the future evolves. I think IQ is going to be very not worth anything because AI will be smarter than everyone anyway, and we'll have access to all the best information and knowledge. But emotional intelligence is something that we're going to need to develop better and better. And our children in particular, I think we're going to want to focus on that. Another area I thought, adventure groups, as you going on hikes, doing things as groups, adventure sports, activities, stuff like that. I think that's not going away. Yeah, you're not going to watch that stuff on YouTube. You want to experience that stuff. So I also think professional sport in general, but professional sport in particular, I think that stuff is not going away. We already could. I'm sure robots could play all the sports, will be a million times better than humans, but we like watching humans play sport for the battle. Fitness, group fitness classes, robots can't lift the weights for us, stuff like that. Travel, nature related stuff, I think that's still going to be around in the future. So businesses related around experience and stuff like that. I'm sure transport changes really dramatically, but I think beautiful places in nature are going to be highly sought after. Okay, let's talk about KPG now. So that's the accounting business that's buying other accounting businesses, mostly in Australia, a little bit in America. So I think for the next 5-10 years, AI is definitely going to help. Margins are going to improve. They're not going to need to have anywhere near the amount of staff. And I think the medium term looks actually pretty great for KPG. So Brett, keep rolling along, doing a great job so far. But after 10 years, some distant future, I kind of do worry a little bit. See, having an AI accountant makes a lot of sense to me. So imagine just going online and providing all your information that you need, and the AI accountant just gives you back all of the necessary tax information that you need to do. It submits all the filings for you. It structures everything perfectly for you so you minimize your tax. It does everything correctly first time, is totally across all the new regulations and new rules that are coming out by governments. And it just sets you up perfectly. I can imagine AI as just being exceptional at that and better than any accountant. Now that's from a personal point of view. And then businesses, I think, are going to do, it's just going to be exactly the same thing for business tax. And I don't really see a way around that and why that cost wouldn't go to almost free, or just an add-on service from whatever AI companies like Google Accountant or whatever. I can't see a world where that doesn't exist. So currently on this, I'm a bit in the wait and see approach because I could be wrong. I am just speculating on the future, as you can imagine. So I don't know if I'm going to be right. So currently this is just a bit of a wait and see for me at the moment. I'm going to monitor this closely. I have time. I don't think I'm in any sort of rush here. And I could be wrong. I'm predicting the future here. I'm just speculating. So I don't want to jump the gun and sell an amazing business that I think is actually going to improve significantly over the short to medium term anyway. So I'm happy to hold. I'm happy to just monitor this along and see how it goes. And yeah, that's the mood that I'm in right now about that one. So I'm holding this in my Interactive Brokers account. There's a link in the description for that. As most people will know who's been following my channel, this is essentially my savings account. It's what I use to invest in markets all over the world, in Germany, Japan, Australia, wherever. It's great. So yeah, highly recommend that. Hope you've enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next one.